Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of a program Unscripted. Just you doing okay today and trust you're staying safe. On today's episode, I'll be talking about a trendy story in Nigeria, talking about in the political space in Nigeria, the legislative arm of governance in Nigeria, talking about the red chambers, the Senate. There's been this story going on in the Senate concerning a particular senator, talking about Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, the senator representing the good people of Kogi Central in the red chambers, the Senate. So there's been this issue between herself and the leadership of the Senate, talking about the Senate President, Senator Akpabio, the former governor of Akwa-Ibom State, who's the Senate President. So I think they had some altercation in one of the plenaries a couple of weeks ago. So it escalated, and she went ahead to grant interviews to some of the media houses in Nigeria. So I'll quickly play one of the interview that she granted, and then I'll come back and talk about the latest as regards Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, because as of today, she has been suspended for 6 months in the Senate. So I'll quickly play the video of where she narrated how it all started before that day at the Senate, where she had an altercation with the Senate President. So I'll quickly play the video where she had an interview with Arise TV. Then we'll come back and talk some more.
On the 8th of December 2023, which was a day before his birthday and my birthday. We are birthday mates. We were all in Akwa-Ibom because he had a big fanfare in the stadium. Myself, my husband, and a few of his close friends, we went to Akwa-Ibom. And at first, we were at Ikot-Ekpene. We were in his house in Ikot-Ekpene. Then we all moved to his house in Uyo, which was about 8 p.m. And he held my hand and said he wanted to show me around his house. My husband was walking behind us, just 3 of us. We're walking around from room to room. He showed me the beautiful interior. This was done by this, by that, this designer here, he bought this from us. Like, oh, it's beautiful. And then I noticed that he hastened his pace while still holding my hand. And my husband was behind, still on his phone, but he was catching up whenever he could. And then he got to this particular sitting room, and he said, "Do you like my house?" I said, "Of course, sir. Every room, beautiful, nice interior, quality taste." He said, "Now that you're a senator, I'm going to create a time for us to come spend quality moments here. You will enjoy it." At that point, I just pulled away and I was like, I don't really understand what exactly that meant. But then my husband now, when I turned around, I saw my husband was already near me. And the way my husband looked at me and looked at him, I was beginning to wonder.
All right, so that's the interview that she granted to Arise TV after the initial misunderstanding she had with the Senate President during one of the plenaries in the Senate. So she granted that interview with Arise TV a few days after the issue in the Senate. So you heard all she said as regards what happened between herself and the Senate President in 2023, when the Senate President made advances towards her when she went to the Senate President's house for a visit when the husband was there as well. And that was an allegation against the Senate President that she said if the Senate President wants to sue or wants to defend himself, he can come to counter what she has said. So Nigerians are waiting for the Senate President to come out to deny those allegations, because they were huge allegations. Being the Senate President, a top official in Nigeria, we expect him to have reacted to that particular allegation to deny. I heard the Senate President's wife made a publication as regards wanting to sue Senator Natasha for defamation of character. So, which was a good way to go about it in a legal way. Then today, the Senate they met today during plenary. They suspended unanimously. They suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. And I'll just quickly play the video of how it all played out today in the Senate.
Prayer 1. Yes. That the Senate do suspend Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan for 6 months for a total violation of the Senate Standing Rules 2023 as amended for bringing the presiding officer and the entire Nigerian Senate in general to public opprobrium. Those in support of prayer one say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. I'd put the question. Those in support of prayer one say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. How do you amend a prayer that is unanimous? Prayer 2.
All right, so that's the video from the Senate plenary meeting today, the 6th of March 2025, and like you heard, she has been suspended for 6 months. For me personally, this is just my opinion. I don't think that's right. Because she came out to allege that the Senate president, she had some issues with the Senate president, personal issues that I think was brought into the house, and she was being victimized in the house according to what she said. I think if a senator in the Federal Republic of Nigeria coming out to put such an allegation on the leadership, which is the head of the Senate, Senator Akpoti, I think the right thing to do is to first of all step aside, if possible, and let them carry out a proper investigation to get to the root cause of this issue between both of them, to investigate and get to the root cause of the situation. But coming out to suspend her is just, for me, I just think it's just blaming the victim, because according to the report right now, because at least the Senate president has not come out to debunk or to deny or to sue her or to say anything, but now she's been suspended. Because this is another thing that has to do with supporting females, because when we've been clamoring for females to go into politics, to take up political posts, political offices, we expect to also protect them when it comes to issues of harassment and victimization and other issues. We expect the men in the house or in any political space or in any gathering to protect women, as it were. But in this particular case, it looks like the victim is coming out to say that she has been harassed, or the Senate president made advances towards her, and now she's been suspended without any cause of investigation to investigate what transpired between both of them. I just think it's very, very unfair. It's very, very unfair on her and also the people of Kogi Central, because right now the senator that was elected to represent them, she's been suspended for 6 months, so they've got nobody representing them in the Senate, which is very, very unfair. So what do you think as regards this particular story? It's currently trending in Nigeria right now in the social space. People are giving their opinion. So tell me what you think as regards this particular story. Drop your comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye for now.